Hey boys, welcome back to some more Big Bash Don Bradman Cricket 17 gameplay here, taking on the Adelaide Strikers this time. I decided to keep playing with the Heat. I'm a Heat supporter, even though I probably prefer the Scorchers. I know a couple of people asked me in another video who I support, and it is the Heat because I'm a Queenslander, but I do love the Scorchers side. Unfortunately, Hoggy's not going to be there this year, but Midge Johnson is back, so I'm pretty much going to be invested in the Scorchers, honestly. But if it's Scorchers v Heat, I don't know. I don't know who I'd go for, really. But I don't mind the Heat side this year. I feel like they're going to go pretty well. I still think their bowling could be a little weak, but their batting is really, really strong. But from the last game, we have increased the difficulty because we destroyed the Renegades, really. You know, we annihilated them, honestly. So I put it up to hard for the difficulty, batting and bowling, and I put it up to veteran for the AI difficulty. And right here, Joe Burns, who was in fine form last game, is going to be out for a duck from Kane Richardson. Whenever I see it banged in short like that, I pretty much always go for the big pull shot. But this time, I was a little too late, and it hit a bit too high up on the bat. And we lose our first wicket, but Chris Lynn straight to the crease in a beautiful cover drive to start proceedings. You know, starting to get the timing of this game. When the first few matches I played, I really could not get any power on the ball, but starting to finally get some timing, get some consistency. And Brendan McCullum, he got a duck. I think did he get a golden duck last game? This time he's going to start off with a 4 first ball. So that is Brendan McCullum in a nutshell. He rocks the diamonds. He comes out aggressive, and to end the over, it's going to be a beautiful shot down the ground. I love the straight drives. I love charging in this game. It's something you're going to see quite a bit of. It's so much fun to do, and it looks great. There are some shots that look a little iffy, I got to say, but the charge and the drives look very nice. As Chris Lynn and Brendan McCullum doing well. The early first wicket in the first over, as you're going to see Adil Rashid here, as Chris Lynn this time just goes big down ground. I thought it was going for 6, but a pretty big boundary. But Adil Rashid is bowling at medium pace. I don't know why that is. This is one of the proper teams. This was made by, you know, Fission Mailed, Casper, and those guys, but I don't know, they must have just mixed up Adil Rashid. I'm not exactly sure why, but that is how it is. But Chris Lynn this time, he charges. I adjust well to the short ball, actually, and hit it pretty well. I thought it was going for off boundary, but pretty good feeling out there. And once again, McCullum this time over cover. You know, just utilizing the field, being pretty aggressive early on here. Early on, 2 overs into the 5-over game. As Chris Jordan this time, the England player. I don't know would you call Chris Jordan an international? Does he play? I don't know. I remember seeing Chris Jordan a while ago. He might still play in like the one days, T20s, but I haven't seen him for quite some time, so I'm not too sure. He was a decent bowler. He cranked it up there, so not too bad. It's right there. I think we got pretty much a full edge on that. Otherwise, that could have been pretty close to an LB decision. But this is a great partnership. That one though, it was a pretty decent ball. He pitched it out wide, and it was pretty difficult to hit. As John Holland this time comes in, and the partnership is going to be broken. Brendan McCullum, who batted pretty well. I mean, I'll take that. 19 off 9 balls, over 200 strike rate. A very good innings. But the partnership does fall. So 2 for 37. And Alex Doolan comes to the crease, who was pretty good last game, hitting 2 sixes. But this time, he's going to get out pretty cheaply. John Holland picks up his 2nd wicket. So, you know, losing a couple of wickets can definitely dent the progress in these 5-over matches. You want to keep as many wickets as possible, but, you know, you need to go quickly. You need to go big. As Chris Lynn looking to face his last ball. It's been a really good over, but he's going to go big. I was really nervous about going big. I really didn't want to lose our 3rd wicket and lose Chris Lynn, but I thought we had to make that a decent over. It was a pretty poor over initially, so, you know, we went for it, and we came with the goods. As Ben Lachlan bowling the last over, he got some really good swing on that delivery. That was almost unplayable. It was, you know, we went down ground, but it just swung away really late as well. So Ben Lachlan, pretty decent 20 over bowler, right there, leaning chips it up the fielder though. I don't know. I mean, the fielder, I guess, just wanted to save runs. He didn't want to risk going for the ball. But honestly, that was a that was poor bit of fielding. Should have been taken. But Chris Lynn does survive. Not a big issue. We only got 1 run from it. So Nathan Reardon, though, finally we get a boundary in this over. It was a really good opening start to the over. Only 2 offered, but that right there actually isn't going to go for 4. I thought I hit it pretty sweetly, but the fielder does a good job to get around. So Chris Lynn here with the, trying to get over the 50. The 50 runs would be ideal, I think, in a 5-over match. I think that's, a bit over par. And that's exactly what he's going to do. I saw mid-off was up. I tried to do that pretty much this whole over, but Lachlan was getting some really good swings, so it was pretty difficult. But this time, we time it well. He pitched it a little fuller, and we do get our score 3 for 50. Chris Lynn and Brendan McCullum definitely carried the innings. Very good partnership. Nathan Reardon came in with a decent little cameo of one shot at the end. So Ben Cutting starting proceedings off, and he's going to start off pretty well. A nice dot ball, but he was excellent in that first game. Ben Cutting, I don't know, he's pretty darn good in this game. Haven't got to use him. The funny thing is, they've got him as just a bowler, not a bowling all-rounder, which I think is a little wrong. He should be a bowling all-rounder. But the second ball, he's going to pick up Tim Ludeman here with just a bit of an effort ball. 142 clicks, just banged in short there. Ben Cutting, that's sort of what he does. He bangs it into the pitch, and just got a little too high for Ludeman. A bit too quick, and he just hits it to the square leg fielder. So Travis Head, the danger man, comes into the crease. Probably, yeah. I mean, Travis Head in some pretty good form for Australia, so this would definitely be a big wicket. And it's a terrible ball, but we pick him up. It was a shocker. I tried to go for the off-cutter, I think, and I pitched it way too far down leg, but Travis Head, the first ball, a little rusty. He just chips it to that square leg fielder, so 2 wickets. Ben Cutting is on fire in these first 2 games. It's ridiculous. 2 wickets, no runs. Brad Hodge is now out the crease, and this is the hat-trick ball, but we're not going to pick a wicket up with that one. That was absolutely shocking. I tried to pitch that perfectly to swing onto off stump, but I overcooked it slightly, and it just went way too far down leg. So that is going to be the end of the first over. It's a good one, even with that poor delivery. So 2 for 6 coming into the second over. Senor Badri once again doing some just handy work, but that right there, I tried to just drop it a little short, just slide it onto the wickets, but Carey there. I think he's a new recruit for the Strikers. I'm not exactly sure who he is, but he hits that one pretty sweetly over point. And this time, we pitched a little fuller. I thought it was a decent delivery, but he's just whipped that off the pads for 6. So it was a good start to the over. 3 dot balls, and then 10 off the next 2 deliveries. We need we need this to be a good ball. We can't afford too much more. In that one, he's hit the pads. I do appeal for it, but I think it was outside off. We aren't going to challenge, and we finished the over okay as Jason Flores now comes into the fray, and Brad Hodge, definitely another danger man. He's been around for a long time. He knows how to, he knows his scoring spots, and probably not as good as he used to be, obviously, but he can still carry in innings. Carey and Hodge, we need to break this partnership. This could be very dangerous, and that's exactly what Flores is going to do here. That is as plumb as you will ever see. I was so confident of that delivery. It just drifted in perfectly to the pads. Alex Carey does not challenge. It would have just been a waste. And 3 for 19 now, so we peg it back. The last over from Badri did go for 10, but this over from Flores has been excellent. As Jake Lehman, though, his first delivery, he's just pulled that over square leg, and trying to salvage something from the over. We can't really afford to let him get too many off the last ball here. It's been a good over with the wicket, but still 7 off it, so we can't afford too much. And it's a poor delivery on the pads, but thankfully he doesn't get all of it. Looks like Badri there is chasing it, and he's going to put in a decent effort. I think we keep him to 3, so overall, probably not a great over. We do pick up the wicket, but they do get 10 runs off it. So who was this? Feckerty now into the fray, and that's not a good start. Just, this game definitely punishes poor deliveries. If you bowl it a bit too wide, if you bowl a bit too, pretty much if you bowl it wide or on the pad, you're gonna get punished. So you gotta bowl well. We do appeal for that. That is just that's a ridiculous appeal. Definitely not out. We're not going to challenge that, but Fekete here, none for 5. Coming into the final ball, this is where it matters. You need to get a single, a 2, that's fine. Just can't afford a boundary, but that is exactly what's going to happen. Brad Hodge, we went for the short one, a bit of a risky play. I thought we could get him just with the short one, but we don't. But I think we've done enough. Josh Laidlaw now to finish off the innings. He did it pretty well last game, and he started off brilliantly. 2 runs off the first 3 balls, and right here he gets... honestly, right there, the batters don't know what's going on. Do they get a single? I don't even know, but he smacked that back. I could have taken the reflex catch, but it was so quick. I didn't have any time to do it, and the batters just ran. They almost ran themselves out. That was that was a pretty interesting play. But the game is done unless they hit a 6 here, which isn't going to happen. They do run. They don't run. They're going to go for it, and they run themselves out. I actually like that quite a bit because, in this situation, the batters are they're gonna run, right? They can't afford not to, and we run him out. Brad Hodge there. Jimmy Pearson gets the run out. They sort of just called a yes, call a no. Kieran Pollard comes in, but a bit too late. You probably have Pollard come up a little bit sooner than this, but, we'll take it. They need 13 to win off no 1 ball to go. Jake Lehman is going to hit that one pretty well back with a point, and he is going to pick up a boundary, but that is another solid win by the Brisbane Heat. It was definitely a more exciting, a more close game with the increase in difficulty, but still, the Brisbane Heat team, very solid. I'm looking forward to, eventually playing an actual tournament in the game. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Look forward to more in the future. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.